Yeah, I think it's good to actually have some of our pro-tier women back into the domestic circuit. It's been a hell of a journey over the last sort of 2 months, 2.5 months. Being exposed to the Pakistan conditions and that level of experience, taking it to domestic cricket, and you can see how it has also created a lot of excitement. Some of my key players, obviously, now they're playing in the Big Bash. So it's good that there's cricket going, because that will help with, obviously, the preparation with against Bangladesh. Bangladesh team, I mean, they've proven it. It's a growing team, very competitive. Not only just that team, but I just think also in general, the women's cricket in general is really evolving at a rapid pace. We've seen different countries outside of India and England, Australia and England and India, how they investing in women's cricket, from whether it's skill, whether it's just, they're finding ways to upskill every single player, the environment and all of it. So we got to make sure that, we're well prepared for the inbound, as like you said earlier, they've been exposed to it during the T20 World Cup. So they're quite familiar with the conditions, and they're really going to back themselves. So we just got to make sure that, we don't lose control of our processes. There is a national camp that is coming up. Coach Hilton is going to make sure that we don't drop our standards. It's a check-in point to make sure that, but also an opportunity to see some of the players that have been doing well, identified, whether it's under 19s, under 23s, bring them to the camp as part of the longer picture, to really expose them to what it is like, what are the standards required or expected of you at this level of international cricket. I think there's a lot at stake, massive. We know the Indian team, when they come to South Africa, they want to dominate. When we go to India, it's the same feeling. We want that. So it does bring a lot of excitement, and we know at political level, not only that, but at different levels. We know how the relationship is. It's been fantastic over the last couple of years. It goes a long way. There's a rich history to it. And when it goes on the field, when it goes on the park, it's just the players, the intensity just elevates to probably as close as the World Cup. Because that's how much both teams actually wanted. And I'm sure everyone is looking forward to it. From probably some of the depth from both teams, the India and the South African team, in T20, I'm sure that both teams are gonna throw in some new faces into the mix. So that's gonna be exciting to see, what is actually out there in India, what is actually out here in South Africa as well. We have a plan, obviously, in terms of next year's T20 World Cup, but then how that grows into ODI cricket, and that finish off obviously with a massive series of Red Bull, which everyone during that period especially is always excited. They always look forward to, and we know how India want it. They want to beat South Africa. Yeah, so the guys are going to really be up for it. Compared to when 2021 when it was last played, I think the intensity is just going to grow a notch up, and who knows. So we're excited. We're looking forward to it. We want to win it. Every game that we play, every series we play, we want to win it. Because for us, it's all about the bigger picture, and how best do we drive that winning mindset is to ensure that every opportunity that we get, especially against some of the best teams in the world, that we give ourselves the opportunity of getting over the line. It's going to be close context, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge not only just for the team, but I think for the system. And you've asked earlier about one of the major highlights, and that team, it was one of the major highlights. Not only just from a result point of view, I think the playing opportunities that a lot of them wouldn't have probably got, at their unions, which is understandable because of the squads are massive. You understand? So some of those National Academy players, identified players, got the opportunity really to go out there and express themselves. A lot of under-19s, as part of their preparation to under-19 World Cup next year, they got the opportunities, and to see them actually dominate in such a fashion that essentially speaks to our brand of cricket, that's been a big plus. I mean, if you look at what under-19s also did last year in the T20 competition, not the results excellent, but for me it's the process in getting to that result, the philosophy, the brand, just the all-round play. That was exciting. That was a big plus, and we're seeing it carry through into the season, and as long as a system we continue to do so, I believe we're gonna get positive results, and we're gonna actually surprise a lot of people moving forward. So the SA Emerging, that's a strong impact in our system, and it also helps us from office point of view, or let me say from a center of excellence, to really manage some of the players that are transitioning out of under-19 cricket into senior cricket, and really giving them that early exposure, and see how far they can actually get to. And I mean, that exposure already, you get a call or two from different provinces to say, we've seen this youngster, where if that sort of program we didn't have in place, there wouldn't be those sort of opportunities in the future. So, and that's what it does, and for us, we're going to continue to do that, and we're looking to grow that program, and it will help the rest of the Division 2 teams as well in the future, and the Division 1. So yeah, and to see them actually win, that was exciting. Yeah, look, I mean, for this season, the plan was just to have them compete in 50 over cricket. Reason being is to help the under-19s with their preparation for the World Cup, but also being the senior World Cup year. During the same sort of a period, the focus really became 50 over cricket. But moving forward, we are putting plans in place, to look into other formats as well, the T20 format, the 4-day format. As we know, the bigger picture to red ball cricket is to really, grow the pool of players. And through that program, that can also assist and give some of the young players to the longer format, to give them that sort of exposure. And actually, what is really required, to compete in that sort of a format and also excel as an individual at that format. There's plans of SAA. So we, as a system, also we need to start being open-minded, because from a selection point of view, there's gonna be so-called some left field selection, and we really need to be open-minded to that. Reason also being because of where the changing landscape, the world is going. We're gonna be faced with a situation like next year where we have the white ball team and red ball team in West Indies after the World Cup playing almost at the same time. So we need to really not only from a player point of view, but also from a coaching, management, all of that, we gotta have the people or the resources, to be able to fill up and lead those environments. Yeah.